Good evening, everybody. I am the one and only, the Cosmic Doc, and hey, why not talk some cards, see what's going on in our lives, and whatever other advice that we can get, I guess, on the vibrational pathway. How fun is that? Oh, yeah, as we are starting this high vibrational month of April, and new lights are cutting on today in new ways. So I've just been being in the vibrations, and hopefully, I only need to hope. I know that we're all in it in that way. So let's just see what comes. What is the core point? All right. So it is about, honestly, stepping into who we are, our fullness in our life, and preparing to really step into a whole new cup of many beginnings that can really overflow. We get what we ask for. You can easily manifest as we choose, and we're already living in that already. So for many of you, it is about a celebration, and it also can be the coming together of new people, while other wheels of our lives are changing, the people in our life that are there, and then maybe those who have no longer have place. But within April, it is about the home, it's about the foundation, and it's about the core point. So for all of us, it is important to think about, what does security mean? What does being bottom line in all aspects of our life, what can that mean as power is made and unmade and evolving all the time? And you and we all kind of know personally what that can look like as we are stepping into, where for some of us, we're getting out the way and saying, all right, universe, use me as a channel. Let's see where the new beginnings and the new adventures can take us as we're navigating in between these worlds, and really opening doors, but also finding the key to open many doors as we transform. So this is interesting. For some of us, here we are at Nine of Cups. Well, can mean different things for different people. This can be where everything is all coming together. We're coming to this place of completion. Then for others, it may also be an invitation to think about maybe too many cups. Overindulgence, not laughing, but looking at how this is playing out, where we all do have to think about what in our life causes the disruption. What in our life recently, where have the emotions gone so high that we've really lost sight of who we are? It's time to clear the pathway, and in so doing, then we can really step into our full authority and really, as I like to say, waving a whole new wand for the start of a better day. And in doing so, justice can be found and served in a better way as we find balance, as we not only look to completion in the various aspects of our lives, but also allowing new lights to cut on as we prepare to walk in between worlds. So some of us have been stuck. We've been stuck in general for different reasons that have it's just gone on for so long. And then on the other side of it is to become unstuck. So the peaks and valleys, they've been deep. We felt blinded. We felt trapped, just sort of really unsure if we're coming or going. And then there is a new day. There's a new day that we can make where we're sitting firm and tall in our pathway and finding emotional balance and emotional intelligence in the right ways. And in so doing, we also are opening ourselves to new possibilities to move forward, maybe meeting someone who in many ways mirrors where we are and not these illusions that are there. Transformation is here as we give in smart ways, not with the overgiving, but giving birth to things that have just been sitting dormant, as some of us have been trapped and really like, oh my gosh, what do we do? So this is pointing to you're coming to, for some of us, depending on the timeline and where we are, This is pointing to new opportunities for expansion, and then we may be at a standstill. Which way do we go? The indecision. The choice is yours. The manifestation is yours. And the right, you'll know. So this is the Queen of Wands is reminding us to look to the divine. The clarity will be there. And through it, it's a whole other version that will come forth that we can really share with the world. So the Ace of Wands, it is just that. Whole new beginnings where you can give and, create a whole new magical world in whatever way that you want. And through it, you can shine and you're transforming. And it's not just one way. It's a multitude of ways that we can begin to ride in through, create new contours that really align with our happiness. So some of us are rightfully holding tight to our resources. As the world is changing, as we are moving in between worlds, we're having to look at that core foundation. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people say, oh my God, you're holding too tight. Yeah, and then there is a flow where we have to trust that all things are abundantly going to round out in the right ways. And then at the same time, it is managing our resources. As we are looking at the changing worlds and really trying to figure out which way do I go, what will be the smart decision as we are clearing the pathway, looking at the full landscape. Okay? So as you clear and declutter the stuck energy, then you can see better what lies ahead. And it also can help you to really grow more resources in a whole other way. I mean, that's exciting. Pentacles, sure, it's about that money, but it is also the mind and being able to be compensated with these really high intelligent ideas that are coming forth. Some will call it magic. However, the magic is within all of us, and some we're just able to access it in other ways that we choose to without having to copy and build careers off of other people and, defaming and slandering and creating these illusions about other people while we need to be tending to our own house of self. So the King of Swords, now it is about cutting the truth of other people's lies and low vibrational ways that they've crept up, but not really. Not enough to shake the view towards the divine. I mean, if that's where we're all supposed to be looking anyhow. But standing in your authentic self and your truth, knowing the truth and sharing the truth, well, it brings about a whole other elevation. It brings about a whole other world and audiences and different people who really want to learn from you. And all of this, as we step into, there's a swiftness of downloads and connection with the universe that can and will evolve. Again, look at all that sword, whoop, 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 transformation. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So new beginnings in every way. As you share, so too will you be shown. And then you'll see that there's even more, many, many, many more gifts that you possess that, well, in a good way of possessing. Because don't we know there's some people with demonic possessions? What in the world? Okay, so transformation is here and cutting through the fat, the lies, you will not control the narrative of me. That's what some of y'all should be saying, because other people with their I find it funny because the whispers can only go but so long, because then eventually the lights are going to be cut on your house, your family, your doings, your dancing around fires and trying to conjure up these demonic spirits. Ooh-wee. So there are these past life talents that are emerging. And you're going to be given choice and you're going to be like, oh, it's okay, how do I do the juggle? But, and you can. It's just recognizing there's going to be a whole new flow of more coming. And you want to be prepared. So this is only the beginning of a juggle that will really allow you to move to absolute sky high. And you can walk in between worlds and be like, I did that. So there are no fools around here at all. Definitely not where I am. Ooh, wee. But and vibrationally for all of us, this is about a whole new journey. And pack light, because there's going to be so much more that you will be able to grow abundantly. And you will gain a whole new set of spectacles that you will begin to see and be so grateful. Oh, yes, thank goodness that I let go of whatever was just holding me down. That's what I said, travel light, prepare to jump in. It is not really jumping off. It is jumping into and having faith, full faith, as new wheels are turning. I mean, hello, as truth is just elevating you much higher. But, and my favorite card, the Hermit. That time is needed. People will always have something to say when you're not around, because you're the content that they're always trying to base their stories on when they don't have anything else to build on. So it is kind of funny. Every time that I go quiet, it is because I am communing even more with the divine. That is all that's needed. Even this year, I've spent more time within this mode, and yet it's, quote, conjured up more conversations about how I'm, quote, out there. No ma'am, no sir, no them, no they, wrong info, whoever you're getting your info from. Hey y'all, tune it out. The Hermit mode. You can hear more in silence. That's why I keep silent and keep my world nice and clear, vibrationally right where it needs to be, just with me, Whoop, and the cats. And it allows me to be more in tune with every vibration happening around me. Nothing gets past me. Anybody who's walking dogs, I notice, especially if you over here sharing dogs, and that's not yours, but then this other person's been walking. Yeah, I notice stuff like that. Oh, who wouldn't? But, you know, some of us are trapped in the TV and on the scroll trying to create content based off of other people's life because you have no life. And it's time for the rest of us who are really in the high vibration and moving towards that ever bound and moving, not bound, but moving ever within the vibrations towards these higher places in the pathway. It's time to really step into new money. Why not? Hey. Again, indecision. Who do you love? And maybe what do you love? Whatever that can be. Your heart. You know where your heart is right now. Maybe you have felt like you've been stabbed in the heart by other people. Or maybe you got a whole lot of choices and you're like, this one, this one, this one. Good for you, because eventually that's going to become quite dehydrating, to say the least. To overgive, to be in a world of expectation of many people where we're looking outside of ourselves instead of just the solo ourselves. So as you are walking and preparing yourself to walk into and perhaps multiple worlds, for some of you who, 21st century, that's how y'all do. And this is a reminder about the happiness. It's not about what's trending. It's about the happy and coming full circle towards completion. Is there such a thing as vibrations are evolving? Only you can know that. What will the rainbow of happiness, what can it look like for you? Because the world is now your stage. This whole new realm of many opportunities are right here for you to actually step into that place of happy and find joy and be like, oh my gosh, if I had yeah, okay. And it's right on time. But, and it always requires a sacrifice. In order to move higher, we gotta have something that we let go. And that can be taking time from the world. That can be maybe slowing down on those chips, or slowing down on no donuts, or whatever that it can be less of, that the world always feels like you have to have. But most of all, to separate yourself from what is and has long been toxic, and or just recognizing that in order to really level up, you got to get going. You got to go. You got to be like, it's been real. I appreciate the learning that has come through it, but it's time to tend to my own abundance, my own reality of what is within our control, if it really is. But nonetheless, the changes are here, and they're happening, and we're a part of it as we are building and growing and enjoying it and giving to the world. Then we can really tap into our infinite while also having strength and courage. It takes a lot of courage to just stand by yourself. Even as other people over here hurling insults and all kinds of things in every direction, of which most of it, you're shielded as you choose to be. Now, you choose to get all up in it, then you're not going to get any sleep. Me, I sleep like a baby because I have faith, full faith. That's one thing that I am not devoid of at all, despite being accused of all kinds of other things. Yeah. So recognize again, deception, betrayal, all this stuff is a part of the human experience, I guess, because we all need to learn that is how far someone will go, and or a group of people, and or institutions, and or many worlds. And then what are we learning from it? That person isn't yours. You're not theirs. This is all a part of a temporary experience. So if someone decides to go and, give of themselves to the world and with a whole lot of people, guess they needed that healing. But that doesn't mean that you then have to act all like a donkey trying to lay claim on folks like, oh my God, that's my man, that's my woman. Okay, great, whatever. What were they before you? Clearly on their own path. That's sad. People will do what they do. They will lie. They will cheat. They will do all kinds of things. So we just have to just really, be in it. So yeah, people will do what they do. People will do as they do, how they do, why they do, when they do. And then whether we find out or not, on some level it becomes who cares, because that was what they needed to do, and then it's going to, all things do catch up with that behind. Now, in doing so, some of us feel so, put out, and you really hurt my feelings with what you did as you're trying to be with the world. And then there is, thank you for doing that, because now I have clarity about, you go do that. I'm going to go the other way. So again, this is reminding us about separations are necessary, because oftentimes we give of ourselves so much that then that becomes a part of a wheel we're trapped on. So make space, take space, be fearless in doing so, and then you can really get back to you, to the sacred time with you, to the divine time with you, to going within yourself and awakening to, oh my God, I completely forgot that I used to like this, and this used to make me happy, and this, and it's just been so long and I hadn't really thought about it. So that is a reminder to all of us. Take time to smell the roses, and sure, the memories there in the past, and some things and some people need to damn well stay there. But at the same time, it is important to just take time to slow down and begin to just align with the world in a whole other way. And then we can see more, find more of ourselves in finding many worlds, and have our cups finally get filled in new ways. And in so doing, then we can come full circle, and the world can give to us as we give to it all the time. All the time. The world is spinning in so many different directions. So this is More is coming. And where are you in that? What would you like to see the future look like that can bring you happy, that can, yeah, it's about abundance. Some folks like the lavish life. Some folks like the simple life. You know, it's all personal preference in that way. We're here in this material world really looking to find our balance in the right ways. And today is one of those days with that supreme energy to do that, to bridge the spiritual with the material world. And what can that look like? Because then eventually we may find that there isn't really balance. It may be one way and only one way. And the need for more is ever present. So I'm going to continue with this to see what else may come up as we are... yeah, on the day of so many tricks up folks' sleeve. You never know. If you just typecast someone, you are setting yourself up to believe that somebody can only sort of like operate. I thought you only could just do this. Yeah, okay, great. Now, so let's see what else is coming up for us to think about. Start there. All right. So I just said it. What does abundance look like? Well, we're coming to an ending of the old way. Maybe some of us have been forced to have to really guard our finances because there's just been big transformations in the lifestyle more recently. So, and through it, we're being invited to find new ways of our own power. What else can we do in addition to? What are the multi-talents? Maybe we're journaling, writing more poetry, painting, really giving to the world in some new ways. Again, here we are. We have to find other ways to give birth to new ideas in our creative self that's long been left untapped. And with the Joker, it's all about that. It's about moving in between in the worlds and really looking for our happiness, our deepest joy point that can actually be in between the multi-talents that we do have. So, and once we do believe it, then we can level up. We can rise up. We can find more completion, get more security around our life, our worlds that are evolving. So that's, I mean, it really, what I see is a whole new stage once we let go of some things. Once we also let go of control and power and whatever that we think that we really have control. No, you don't. But, and we are still co-creating in this world, and there's so much more to you that we got to think about. So the changes are here. Changes really for all of us around what is money, what is abundance, what does that mean? What will it mean for us in the near and far future? A lot of it it'll be contingent upon doing what you love and being not just bottom line, but really precise. Like, I want to be free of the things that hold me back, and I want to be able to step into my highest and my best, and how we're growing all the multi-talents and really growing these multiverses of audiences, whatever that it may be. I mean, only you can know that for yourself. But, and look at this, all these fives, we got change, and there's a lot going on with money, endings, and really letting the illusions fall off as we're really having to, again, be more precise on what will it mean, what can it mean, how we like for it to mean within the worlds that we are in right now, and as we're looking from the past to the future. But, and wherever there's a 2 and you know that we're in the 21st century, I had to think about it for a second. The mouths are wide open. So speaking it into existence. Some folks have totally been doing a lot of that. But, and change is here. And it can come. Some folks aren't going to like it because you're going to fly the coop and say, no more. You go hang out with that. I'm going to go do what I love, and it will not include you. So, I mean, your ship is going to be setting sail, and in so doing, then you can really tap into your destiny. This is all a part of this destined future that you're supposed to be doing more than you are. That doesn't mean the overgiving or anything like that, but stepping into a higher place on the pathway, maybe stardom, fame, whatever that could be, whatever that you want. Or maybe you're just surrounded by trees and living a simple life where it really is, this is that best life. I know that sounds ideal as much as I love me some silent retreats. So, Anne, prepare for, well, you've already called it in, so walk into it. Step into it and find your balance in it. Maybe it's a new love. Maybe it's a new project. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's a new home. Maybe it's a new pet. Whatever that really makes your heart say yes, then why not step into that? Because and then you can level on up. And I mean, you'll level up most in these ideas that you've had tucked away in drawers or, you know, the trunk or wherever that you keep your, you know, where you keep those treasured ideas that you keep saying, oh, one day I will, and then we don't know when that one day I will does come, and maybe will it. So the whole point is now let's step into it. Look, we got to be wise on the pathway. Hopefully you all can see it. So we have a 6 of diamonds. All right. This is your destined moment. I was just reminding you. Well, and it is reminding us about clearing out the spirals of other people who've gotten in the way. Could be family, could be non-family, could be non-friends. And then it also could be you stepping into the multi-worlds and the multi-talents that you have. But, Anne, I was saying it earlier, keep your ideas close, because folks are out here trying to stealing people, stealing ideas. As you step in, and also, it's not like letting go of fear, but also being smart in how you're navigating this whole rise of creative power that is coming in. This is an initiation for you to begin to see how to be in the world, how to grow money, how to be abundant in the way that you want. It also will mean a shift in how you give to the world. Could also mean moving out of one job and into another, one industry into another. Some people are not going to like it. I really pick up on absolute irritation and shock. And then there is to stay stuck with all the way down here to hang out with folks that don't like you. Then why bother? Instead, step into the... There's so many songs coming in, but Anne, stepping into your wisdom, sharing, doing what you love by sharing the deepest wisdom, this ancient knowledge that you have that is truly long been dormant. But and now, more opportunities to be able to maybe hit the gas pedal on making money while you sleep, while also giving more in other ways beyond just the traditional. So like, if say you were a teacher, then going beyond the traditional 4 walls of, oh, you should have been there. But now the walls are knocked down and we're giving to the world digitally. That really levels us up. So that's what this is also talking about. Again, we're getting a lot of 10. 10 is completion, 10 is graduating, 10 is like level up, do what you love. Really go to your prayers or your manifestations, your meditations, so you can really get to what you love. So that's what all this is about. That means that you have changes and opportunities that are coming around work. For some of you, this could be health related, and it feels very, very work related. It is causing a reset for some, a leveling up of others, and then this, oh my gosh, a download of so much creativity. Creative power is really what is coming through over and over and over. I just keep hearing that. But you got to be organized in it and ready. It is going to require hard work. Ugh, can't even get it out. It's going to require hard work and maybe also building new teams. in doing so, then you can really step into the newness of the abundance, whatever the way that you want. But you got to be balanced. You got to let go of the toxicities. You got to really say, I'm not going to let anything hold me back or hold me down, because it's time to tap into your genius self. We have to really guard against the fears and the arguing and, oh my God, the debating back and forth and back and forth. It serves no purpose at all. Okay? At all. So it's time to get the house together. The house of money, the house of self. Even thinking about what would you like the house to look like with a family, without, whatever that you may want within this core foundation. There's a cup and many cups being offered to you, so you can, right there, y'all. We can level all the way up. And today is an Ace of Spades day. You know, buried within this, I feel like I see an owl behind the heart. But who knows? I mean, there's the glitter, which is the gold that Midas touched. This absolute supreme wisdom that electrifies many, that can electrify many. I mean, today is a day to manifest in its highest. You won't get this energy like this until next month on the 5th. And then you'll have 2 more months until next year. So this is the highest point of manifestation. That doesn't mean you can't manifest in other ways on other days, but the ability to manifest on the highest vibration can really happen today. Now, you want to operate and send low, it is going to reverberate back to you beyond triple fold. It's going, and especially if you're trying to send something, let's just say my way or anybody that I love, oh no, then it's going to be, hey, you just don't know. It might be 9 times worse than what you sent. So send good, send love, send light. That's what we all have to operate in as we are evolving in this, world of many generations and expectations and vibrations. So hey, I am the one and only, the Cosmic Doc, and we've been talking cards of many kind, the tarot cards, and then also the playing cards, and really thinking about these advice, the wisdom, as well as where and how should we think about giving to the world in very smart and precise ways. So stay tuned for even more in the future. All right, now, talk to you soon. Bye.